This is part 39 of Ocarina of Time 3D, and we're going to do part 2 of the Fire Temple. And in this part, we're going to end up getting the dungeon map.
And also a rupee, a 200 rupee gold rupee.
Huge
As you
rupee.
can see, we absolutely need right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if we're maxed out, but I
think
know
we
that
are.
we can't even use it. And then also we get the dungeon map. Or wait,
That's what I just said.
Sorry. I was actually looking at an Emmy name. we get the torch slug in this part also.
Yes, we encounter many torch slugs throughout this dungeon.
I didn't know if he said map already or not. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it is funny
I'm glad we pay so much attention to each other sometimes.
We do. Hey, you did a lot better job dodging these boulders than the one on Death Mountain. I just want you to know that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot more. It's a lot harder.
It
when
was.
something as simple as one boulder, I'm going to run into it. When you give me 5 or 6, I'm going to somehow dodge all of them.
You took your time. You thought about it. And you made the right moves.
Well, I got lucky on that last one. I don't know if you saw that last one right there, but that one, it almost ended up hitting me.
Now, I think this was such a well-hidden Skulltula.
Yeah,
Like, you can kind of see...
it's well hidden. I don't appreciate it at all.
Yeah,
make it a little bit easier on me. Just show the wall right there with the Skulltula.
Yeah, it's I guess you can, once you get the compass, you can kind of see that there's a notch in the wall that you're standing
Does that show?
next to. I think it did.
Well, no, the compass, you're talking about the map. The compass wouldn't show anything because there's no treasure chest. Come on, Red.
But it would show that you're up against a notch in the wall.
I messed up, so I'm going to call you out on that one. Skulltulas, sadly, do not show up on the Ocarina of Time map.
No, they don't, but it would have shown that you were standing right next to a room.
You can also hear the Skulltula as you go past it, too. So.
That's true. Plus, one of the Gorons we freed tells us, if you hit the wall with your sword that you can break, it makes a different noise.
Yeah,
I think every Zelda
game's been like that.
Has featured that, but it's still a well-hidden Skulltula.
Now, I'm just not a huge fan of this room. Obviously, there's a lot of boulders flying around.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main reasons, but there's something about I'm never a huge fan of mazes. I just get confused in them, and then, the top-down view right there, maybe a good flashback to some of the older Zelda games, but I just didn't care for that room that much. Now, on the other hand, this one right here, I love this room. And Red, I know you've been sitting here bashing me on a couple of my recordings like the boulder. I do remember there was a time when you were recording the Fire Temple on the original version, and I'm pretty sure you jumped off of that walkway all the way down.
It was clearly on purpose.
But no, I just wanted to show where this room went to.
Dude, absolutely. But the view looking down that shaft
Yes.
in that previous room just looks great. And it does drop all the way to a lower point in the dungeon. It's a really cool room. And obviously, I may have screwed up it once or twice.
And like I said, the tiny walkway adds to that thrill of danger.
It does.
But one reason I think I like it is because it's not bottomless pit. You see in Zelda games bottomless pits, you fall 20 feet. And then that's all.
Yeah.
Whereas if you fall down right there, you go all the way down. Now you don't hurt yourself, which makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. But I think it actually adds to the danger that you can actually see, how far down it actually goes right there.
And it is cool because, I think what adds to the danger is the fact that you'll have to backtrack. It doesn't just drop you back in the room you fell from.
It's not really danger. That's just frustration than anything else.
I really like the grate over the fire there, and having that wall of fire chasing you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I like it too. I like it too. It's just something very simple, and that's it. But just, I don't know, maybe able to walk over fire and just...
Oh, yeah.
In that room, we talked about, the brightness of the lava. Oh. That room right there, it just really glows.
Plus, the concept of, the fire coming up through the grate, chasing us.
That little firewall. It's not very quick. It's easy to get through that room, but it just adds a little bit element of danger, I guess.
It does. Now, I kind of have to laugh at this because our version of the Scarecrow song starts out the same way as the Bolero of Fire. The first 4 notes are exactly the same.
Okay. I guess I couldn't remember what the first 4 notes were, but
it's just your LR, LR in whichever order.
I should have changed it around a little bit, but I just love this part right here. You'll see a Goron. I think it might be a Goron. I can't remember which Goron it is. But he'll say something like, there's a room in this dungeon that if you can't reach, try using your ocarina. And he's talking about this area right here. And just that little elevator, the camera angles that switch off, is just a cool little effect.
It really is. And we're going to use it to get a Skulltula and also that huge rupee we mentioned from earlier.
Oh, I forgot the rupee was actually in this section of the dungeon right here.
Yep, that you literally can't get without having that Scarecrow song. And like you said, that elevator. Just, you wouldn't even know it was there if you didn't get to that ledge that the Scarecrow song.
I never actually got the Scarecrow song until I started recording this game. I must have played this game probably 5 times before we started. Two guys playing Zelda. Never once got that Scarecrow song. Like, there's like, in this, like, I talked about this like very early on in the Let's Play / walkthrough.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time I actually ever 100%ed this game, and there was so much stuff. Like, even after playing this game 7 times, that I didn't know until this playthrough.
Now, I'm pretty sure, like, you briefly glance down, like, the cavern in the middle there. I think it goes all the way down to the room with the narrow walkways, which then goes all the way down
to the first
floor. I think it did. I think I glanced that.
Well, there's one later on we'll get to that actually has a big, like, middle drop area, too. Yeah. I don't know where that one goes to, but we get 2 rooms that are kind of similar, like, where you have a big drop zone. Actually, I guess 3 rooms.
There's several of them.
There's 3 rooms that have just big drop areas.
But I just love the idea that if that's what that is, then how far you can really drop.
Well, no, actually, when you fall in this game, I do know this, you fall to the center. So if there was that walkway, that tiny walkway below, you would land on that walkway automatically. Now,
that makes sense.
Now, what I'm doing right here is I just wanted to demonstrate the what are we going with
Feyroor's?
Feyroor's wind. I just wanted to demonstrate how it's used. So I was purposely jumping off those platforms and missing.
It's actually really handy to have somewhere.
That's a joke.
I know.
I was trying to make that Scarecrow legend. What I was trying to do.
I'm trying to give you some credit here because...
Well, you brought up a good point, actually.
You should have just used it after you got the root.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of those things, like, when you're recording a game and, like, there's so many different things going on, a lot of times it's simple things like that you just don't think about.
You really
don't. Right, after the gold rupee, I should just use it right there to get back to here, but you know what? Didn't happen.
But it did save you some backtracking because when you went to that lower level, you'd have had to backtrack a little bit to get back to the upper level of that room. So using it there got you back to that platform.
No, the warp was on the upper level.
That's what I'm saying. The warp got you to the upper level.
Okay.
And then, that saved you a little bit of backtracking because you fell all the way down, like I said, on purpose.
That's actually why I used it there in the first place was if I did fall down, I could get right back up to there. I was getting a little confused on which way you were going with that. But yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I did it.
Yeah.
Like I said, in case I did fall, it's an easy way to get back to that area because, like I said, there is a lot of backtracking.
And there's a lot of backtracking in this. It's one of the first.
It's not as bad as the Force Temple.
It's not as bad, but there is definitely. Well, we don't have the block.
Here we go, bashing the Force Temple again. One of our favorite dungeons.
The good news is we don't have the block puzzle, so we don't have.
No, that is true.
But like this is one that has a lot of backtracking as well. I mean, again, it's not as bad as Force. It's not as bad as the Water Temple when we eventually get there. But
there's not a lot of backtracking. Like a little spoiler alert if you haven't played a game. Well, they kind of get the idea of fire, forest. There's going to be something similar to a water temple. Actually, there is a water temple.
Sorry about that.
But how, we talked about this before the video started, and we still have not brought up the theme. How have we not talked about the theme yet? Really just a great theme.
I
think that fits the dungeon so well.
It kind of adds that creepiness that you mentioned back in part 1.
Eerie. That's like creepiness, eerie,
It fits the dungeon. I will say, though, we would be remiss to not mention that they had to change.
Yes. I think most people know that,
Yeah, the theme from the original Nintendo 64 version, which I thought was just amazing. But it was...
It had a little chain in there, because of religious reasons.
There was some offensive...
I mean, I understand why Nintendo took away.
Me too.
But man, it was a great part of the theme, I think.
But they replaced it with a solid one as well. Like, the one we get now is a good theme.
Part was already in there, wasn't it?
I think so.
Like, the kind of, not chanting we get, but the voice that we get... I thought that was actually already in the original.
I think it was.
And then the chant was kind of additional.
And they got rid of that.
They got rid of that part.
Yeah, so it's still a strong theme. But yeah, the original was really strong. But I understand why Nintendo did what they did.
I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say this game has the best dungeon themes. But it had so many themes.
Some amazing ones,
it just had so many themes that went so great with the dungeons.
But now that we're done talking about themes, this will wrap up part 39 of Ocarina of Time 3D.